here at the community garden. It's a pollinator bed here in the center, and I'm going to share just a little bit what I have going on in my 3 community beds. I have some pineapple sage from a few years back that I keep having to take out some and take to my yard. I have some lemon thyme that's been taken from an old bed, from a really old piece that I've broken up several times. It smells amazing. It's really good in drinks. I have a collard here that just came back from seeds, because I let things go to seed usually, and I'm going to go this way. Pineapple sage. I have a curry plant that was here, but it was taking up too much space, so I moved it here last year and cut it back. I'm hoping it's going to do okay. It did good to kind of keep pests away off my purple cabbages. This was supposed to be an eggplant, and somehow, it was supposed to be it was supposed to be an eggplant, but I think it's an okra, and I don't know how my okra seeds got mixed up with the eggplant. I have no idea, but I'm just going to leave it. I have some onions that I let go to seed here, and I've already taken some of them, and I'm about to take out the rest of the seed heads that are drying out here, as you see. I have some carrots still here that I had thinned out, but I'm kind of leaving till they get a little bigger. And I have some walking stick kale hidden in here. It's supposed to be really tall. We'll see how it does. I think that's some kind of weed, but I'm kind of leaving it to keep an eye on it. I have some speckled Alabama butter beans in here that are climbing up my trellis, climbing up the sunflowers. Some bee balm over there. This is the same of the other weed. If somebody knows what this is, let me know. Got some eggplant sowed in here. We'll see what happens. And got some greens that are coming up, and maybe that actually looks like an eggplant. So maybe one of my eggplants did take off. If that's the case, I'll have to move some things. But I have a jalapeno kind of hiding under here. I hope he's getting enough sun. I have some, I think this is a type of sunflower. Can't remember. I have so many seeds. And I was running out of space, so I'm like sticking tomato seeds in blocks and stuff, because this mulch is on the ground. Has been on the ground for like a few years now, so it's very broken down. The soil under it is beautiful. Lots of worms. See the bees on the bee balm. And I've cut this back several times and taken some of it to my yard. I have a poblano kind of hidden in here. And I think this might be a mammoth sunflower. I might have made a mistake here, because I think they're going to be bigger than my normal ones. So yeah, we'll see. I need to weed really bad. So I've got a trellis. When I say I need to weed bad, I'm saying the community, I need to in around my beds, like I need to weed better. But so I have some Swiss chard that I think I've shared before that I've let go to seed because I love it so much, and letting it dry out, and then some tramontina squash is going to take its place on this side. But for now, I do have some little crookneck squash over there coming along. There's some little bees in it earlier today, and there's one tramontina there that'll take the place of this chard. I have some cilantro under here and some fennel and more fennel. I don't know how they're going to do over there in these blocks. This is really like an experiment. I hope my shadow is not in the way. I got some cucumbers here that I'm going to train to grow along the cattle panel here. Got some calendula in the pots that I grew from seed. Pretty much everything is grown from seed for the most part. Really been enjoying saving seeds. It's really satisfactory. There's a great sense of satisfaction saving your own seeds. It's kind of like, almost like I'm addicted to it now. It's just something amazing about it. So I have this stuff that keeps coming up. It's some kind of duckweedy thing, and I took some out and put it by my little frog pond that I just made at home. And it might be edible, I don't know, but it keeps getting in this bed, and I pull it out when I need the space. Little green that's just coming up from old seeds that have been sown, and I think that might be radish. I had a lot of arugula gone wild in here. I have an okra coming up. I should have 3 okra plants in here that will take the place of this collards and things that are going to seed. as the summer gets kicking in. I have another okra here, and some chives, and some more greens. And I harvested a lot of, it was radish from Baker Creek called wasabi, and I'm not a huge wasabi fan, but it was actually free with my seed order, so I'm actually fermenting some now to see how I like them, maybe on some tacos. I'll keep you posted on that. I have this one, I didn't even sow this here. I don't remember planting this here, but it's kind of like growing in here next to my marigold. And we have some little baby squash coming along. There's a little bitty one down there. I don't know if you can see it. And then coming over here, as you see, I need to weed. This was last year. I had cardboarded this and brought in mulch, and apparently not enough. It's like, it's a continual thing. I haven't decided if it's worth the trouble or if grass is easier between beds, honestly. My calendula, which I like to keep to make salves, and I'm gonna need more. I really need more garden space, but I am thankful for these 3 beds that I do have. I'm very thankful. So we have I have some jade beans and some Blue Lake bush beans. This is my first year doing bush beans. I did trellis the last couple years, and I have some little baby beans coming up in here. And I'm new to like I said, to this bush bean, so it'll be an education for me. And my tomatoes, I probably have a little too much crammed in here. I'm trying to stay on top of them as best I can. And again, trying to make use of my space and putting some seedlings in these concrete blocks, and some marigolds, another bush bean that I sowed later, tomatoes, some bee balm from that other plant over there, and another bean. I think I'm gonna cut back these collars. I might not let this one go to seed because this thing needs some sun. So I'll pull that up in a little bit. I do a lot of chop and drop, which is just easy to me, and I don't know, I just love it. But I've also sown herb seeds here and there that you might not see yet. I think that's another sunflower, and more tomatoes. I've had a couple of problems of getting ants in the corners of these cinder blocks, and one over there on the corner, that corner over there, last couple years, and it'll end up, I guess, producing aphids. I still am learning how their whole relationship works together. I just know they work together, and they've sucked the dew or sweetness out of my okra last year. I mean, I got a lot of okra, but you know, at some point during the summer, the ants have just kind of taken over. So trying to stay on top of those ant beds. I've tried everything, diatomaceous earth, pretty much you name it, I've tried it. It seems like you just have to stay on top of it with the rain. So yeah, some more tomatoes here, and I've sowed some more herb seeds here and there, some blue spice basil that I loved last year, and some dill seeds, and I'm gonna need a bunch of dill because I want to ferment a bunch of pickles this year. I've got more beans coming up over here, more calendula here, and I think that's pretty much it. I've got potatoes because I was out of room, obviously, that I layered here in mulch, actually, from this old mulch pile over there. And I layered it in and kept adding layers. I need to come in and add some more. It might be too late. Again, potatoes is new. I've been growing herbs for years and years and years, but vegetables only started in 2020, but I've been having a ball learning and growing, but potatoes is new for me, so we'll see. And this was supposed to be one of my okras, and this is actually a community area, but I just stuck it over here. I thought, well, this could be a little okra tree for the community. Obviously not okra. This is either one of the cantaloupes that I have from a friend who has this old variety of cantaloupe that maybe got mixed up in my seed box, or it's a Tramontina squash. But I am not sure. We will see. It was supposed to be an okra that I planted at the same time as this okra over here in this community area. So that's about it. I just thought I'd show a short little tour of my community bed. I'm trying to plant as much as I can and do succession planting and stay on top of it, and in the process save as much seeds as I can. Our community garden, we have a lot of blueberries and figs and blackberries that the gardeners, people who rent beds in this garden, are all can harvest from, which has been really a blessing. So I guess that's about it. a little walk around my community beds at the community garden.